my last video, I talked about putting yourself first. So in this video, I'm going to go more into depth with that. So welcome to the Pretty Girl Podcast. Now you have to get to a point to leave somebody that's very toxic. You have to get to a point where you realize what you bring to the table. You have to work on yourself enough. And until you are worked on yourself and you love yourself completely, you cannot put your interest and love into somebody else, because then they're going to become your happiness. And when that happiness leaves, or this happiness starts messing up, you're going to think it's your fault. But really, you're putting your happiness into people that don't deserve you. And you don't even truly love yourself completely, so you don't know how you should be loved. So the first things first, you have to work on yourself. I'm going to talk about that later in a different podcast, but you have to work on yourself and be to a complete place to where you're whole. I know they say two halves make a whole, but you have to be a whole person. It was another whole person, and then that makes you a unit together, a very powerful unit. But if you're not at that point yet, then it's going to be codependent. You're going to depend on that other person for happiness, even for money. When it leaves, you're going to become depressed. You're going to feel really low about yourself. So you don't want to get to that point. So you have to really work on yourself so that you feel whole and complete. Now this could look in many different ways. One way that could lead you into the path of that is by doing an I am affirmation every morning. I'm going to link it down below. It's 21 days to make a new habit. So it's 21 days to the I am affirmation. It's going to help you a lot. I know you may feel corny doing it, be like, I am beautiful, I am strong. But what you tell yourself is what you then believe. So if you tell yourself positive things over and over again, it's going to become your belief. So why would you tell yourself negative things over and over again? If you don't love yourself, you're going to find yourself telling yourself negative things over and over and over again. Then you're going to believe it. But what your mind perceives as real is not necessarily true. Your mind perceives its own reality. So what you make up in your head is what's real. So when you tell yourself good things, that you're strong, that you're beautiful, that you can go through anything, that you can come through anything, that you can move past anything, that's what you then believe. So you have to work on that. It's a muscle. It's not going to happen overnight. It's definitely not. It's going to take some time. I'm still working on it every day. I'm going to wake up in the morning sometimes very, very sad. But you put on those affirmations, it helps your mindset become better. You have to charge yourself up in the morning so that you can be able to face the negativity of others. Light your incense, meditate, breathe, so that you can come to a fully charged, good place, so you can fully love yourself. Now, once you know what you bring to the table, you're going to have no problem leaving dusty, despicable, grimy people. Those grimy people, like I said in the last video, they're going to bring you down. So you have to be so comfortable with yourself that you know that you deserve what you deserve. When you love yourself, you can see what you actually deserve. When you don't see what you deserve, and you think you deserve the bare minimum. When in reality, all of y'all deserve the most. So you have to work on your accomplishments, work on your skills, work on your self-care, take your baths, do your makeup. You don't even need the outside stuff. You have to work on your inside, journal down all your problems, burn the paper. Do it again. Do all your shadow work so that you feel full and complete on the inside. So that once you feel full and complete, you're not going to need nobody. You're going to be so comfortable with yourself that you're going to only attract what you deserve. And you're going to be able to notice something negative coming your way. You're going to be able to kick that out completely. People that love themselves do not accept low grade. Think of somebody you really respect. You don't have to be no celebrity. It can be your mother or something. Find something you really respect and see how they be treated. See how they stand up for themselves, how they speak up for themselves, because they love and respect themselves. When you love and respect yourself, you get respected and you get love. So what you give to yourself is what you will then receive as a whole. And if you don't, you're going to stay in that cycle. You're going to become trapped. Say you become trapped and then you then have a baby, say it's a daughter or a son. You pass the toxicity on for generations and generations. And this is how toxicity has become normalized in this generation, because people have become trapped in unstable environments. They continue to have those characteristics and make it develop into their children, and then the children develop into their children, and it goes on and on. So you have to have yourself in that cycle to really work on yourself, to make yourself feel whole. That's very, very important. And please, if you are not a whole person mentally, you're not in a good, stable place, it's not the best idea to have children or to rely on any type of outside force for your happiness. That outside force could be any type of drug, any type of alcohol, because that's just going to numb the pain. You're going to find yourself needing for that, and it becomes an addiction. So if you don't fulfill yourself and love yourself and be whole within yourself, you're going to look for outside things to help numb that pain of hurt that's going to be consistently there if you don't heal. So you have to heal the all-natural, raw way. You can't smoke it away. You can't drink it away. You have to move right through it. You have to breathe right through it. You have to deal with it, and then you'll become fully healed. And once you do that inner healing and you grow as a person, people are going to start to notice it. They're going to know that they cannot test you, they cannot try you, because you're not going to go for any of that mess. You're not going to fall for that mess. You're not going to be a pushover anymore. You're not going to be a hothead to say. You're not going to be selfish. That's what they're going to try to tell you, that you're selfish, that you're a hothead, that you just use people to their advantage. But as long as you don't actually do that, you have to come to that inner knowing within yourself of what you actually do and what you don't do. You can't let people tell you who you are. You have to tell yourself who you are. Become whole in that and confident into that. So yeah, don't let anybody tell you that you're one way or that you absolutely know that you're not. Because people can say the sky is green, but if you know in yourself the sky is blue or the sky is pink, it's a beautiful sunset, and that's what's real. So make what's real to you, and whatever makes you happy is what's real, as long as it doesn't hurt nobody, like I said. So yeah, good night. This has been the Pretty Girl Podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode. Bye.